Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé's Asuelu posted an unexpected life update, and I feel like a proud parent. When it comes to married 90-day fiancé couples, viewers have seen plenty of them split up over the years. However, I'd argue that few relationships were as hard to watch as the one between Asuelu Pulaa and Kalani. Their seemingly happy but somewhat stressful union came unraveled on 90-Day, the last resort, and fans learned about all the infidelity that led to their eventual divorce. There haven't been many updates on them since then, so I'm thrilled that the latest news on Asuelu is so positive. Kalani wasn't on the best of terms with Asuelu when they were in couples therapy, but it seems they're at a place where they can at least effectively co-parent. Fagada uploaded a photo showing their children going to visit Asuelu, and I was shocked to see it was at his army graduation ceremony. Take a look. I felt such a whirlwind of emotions seeing this photo, and once I was done being shocked, I couldn't help but feel extremely proud. From skipping his son's birthday party so he could play video games in his room, to other cringe-inducing moments in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, we've seen a lot of low periods for Asuelu. It's great to see that he successfully completed training and looks to be on a clear career path that will help him provide for his children. I also really like that Kalani publicly congratulated her ex-husband on his accomplishment. To me, it suggests that their co-parenting relationship is in a good place, and that seems ideal, especially when children are involved. It appears the kids are psyched to see their dad starting off his military career as well. This is all a far cry from when fans saw Asuelu and Kalani on 90-Day, the last resort, during which Kalani was actively in another relationship while attending therapy sessions with Asuelu. It's a shame we've already had 90-Day Diaries air amid the 2025 TV schedule, because I would certainly love to see more of Asuelu's journey in the army. I guess there might be some restrictions in the US military for filming 90-Day content, but if there aren't, I'd hop at the chance to see some footage from that experience. If I'm being honest, it's getting to a point in 90-Day Fiancé where most couples have sadder endings than happy ones, so it's good to see a positive update from a couple who ended their relationship on a low note. If you've been following 90-Day Fiancé for a while, then you know that watching Asuelu Pulaa's journey has been like watching your little brother stumble, trip, fall, then suddenly break into a surprisingly graceful dance routine. He has been messy, funny, awkward, lovable, frustrating, and endlessly unpredictable. And now, he has posted a life update so unexpected that I caught myself smiling at my screen like some kind of proud parent at a graduation ceremony. Because let's be real, Asuelu's journey in the 90-Day universe hasn't exactly been a smooth ride. From clumsy beginnings to reality TV chaos. When Asuelu first appeared on 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, fans weren't sure what to make of him. He was goofy, sometimes childlike, and hopelessly in love with Kalani. Their relationship had all the makings of reality TV gold: cultural clashes, family drama, and 2 babies in quick succession. At times, watching him was like watching someone try to assemble IKEA furniture with no instructions. He'd get it wrong, he'd get frustrated, but then, somehow, he'd manage to get it standing, even if it wobbled a little. The early seasons painted him as immature. Fans couldn't forget his dance at the airport, the coconuts, or the infamous line, "I want sex." He was comic relief in a franchise often heavy with betrayal and heartbreak. But he was also the guy who seemed like he really wanted to grow, even if he didn't quite know how. The cracks in paradise. Of course, things with Kalani eventually unraveled. The cultural expectations of marriage, the weight of parenthood, and Asuelu's sometimes selfish choices turned their fairy tale romance into a public struggle. There were fights about finances, fights about chores, fights about intimacy, and eventually fights about infidelity. It was tough to watch. Fans who had once laughed at his goofy charm now worried he'd lose everything if he didn't grow up fast. And for a while, it felt like we were watching a slow-motion car crash. Kalani pulled away. Asuelu tried to fix things, but it often seemed like he was just tossing buckets of water at a house already on fire. And then, just when fans had resigned themselves to seeing Asuelu as yet another 90-day cautionary tale, he surprised us all. This week, Asuelu took to social media with an update that none of us saw coming. Instead of cryptic posts, instead of drama, instead of more apologies, he revealed something refreshingly simple. He's been working hard, focusing on himself, and stepping into a healthier, more grounded chapter of life. He posted photos of himself with a big, genuine smile. The caption wasn't flashy or dramatic. It was heartfelt. He talked about personal growth, about learning to be a better father, and about finding joy in small, everyday victories. And just like that, the fandom lit up with pride. Why it hit so hard, I don't know about you, but seeing that update hit me harder than I expected. Because we've all watched Asuelu stumble through adulthood like Bambi on ice. We've seen him make the wrong choices, say the wrong words, and frustrate his family. But what makes this moment powerful is that he didn't disappear. He didn't quit. He didn't hide from his mistakes. Instead, he seems to be facing them and learning from them. And isn't that what we want to see, not just from reality stars, but from people in general? Growth, accountability, a spark of hope. It feels like watching a kid who struggled in school suddenly bring home a report card full of A's. You want to cheer. You want to tell everyone. You want to believe this is the turning point. A deeper meaning for fans. For longtime viewers, Asuelu's life update is more than just good news. It's validation. We've invested years into these stories, sometimes yelling at our TVs, sometimes laughing, sometimes crying. With Asuelu, many fans have always wanted to root for him. His big heart was always there. It just sometimes got buried under immaturity and poor decisions. So when he posts about learning, healing, and growing, it feels like we're not just watching a reality star. We're witnessing the payoff of a long, messy, very human story arc. Proud parent vibes. I caught myself thinking, this must be how parents feel when their kid finally cleans their room without being asked. Except in this case, the room is his whole life. There's something oddly parental about the way fans talk about Asuelu. We've seen him at his lowest. We've seen him cry. We've seen him embarrass himself. And we've seen him love his children in a way that was always genuine, even when his marriage faltered. So now, seeing him embrace growth feels like graduation day. He walked across the stage, took the diploma, and waved. We're in the bleachers clapping like maniacs, shouting, "That's our boy." What's next for Asuelu? Of course, one life update doesn't mean everything is perfect. Growth isn't linear, and reality TV has a way of pulling people back into chaos. But if his update is any indication, Asuelu is on a path toward becoming the man he always wanted to be. Maybe this means better co-parenting with Kalani. Maybe it means new opportunities outside of the 90-day franchise. Or maybe it simply means more peace in his personal life. Whatever it is, it feels like he's finally turning the corner. Lessons from his journey. As silly as it sounds, Asuelu's story carries a universal truth. Growing up is messy. We don't always get it right the first, or the fifth, time. But as long as we're still trying, there's always hope. His life update is more than just social media content. It's proof that even reality TV stars, who often become caricatures of their worst moments, can surprise us with resilience and transformation. It reminds us not to give up on people too quickly. It reminds us that laughter and frustration can coexist with growth. And it reminds us that sometimes the biggest victories are the quiet ones, like choosing to keep going when it would be easier to quit. The final thought. When I scrolled past Asuelu's update, I didn't expect to feel much. But there I was, smiling like a proud parent at the sidelines of a soccer game. Because sometimes reality TV isn't just entertainment. Sometimes it's a mirror. Watching Asuelu stumble, fall, and now rise again feels personal, because we've all been there in one way or another. So here's to Asuelu, to the goofy kid we met years ago, to the flawed man we sometimes doubted, and to the new chapter he seems ready to write. And yes, I'll admit it, I feel like a proud parent.